Welcome to B2B No Bull.
That's right, no double speaker gibberish, no talking heads. This is a safe place to talk about what you as professionals in the space can do to look like heroes to your bosses, make sales very happy, bring success to the organization, and that bottom line. Let's get started.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of B2B No Bull, where we strip out the jargon, get rid of the marketing doublespeak, and just try to give you stripped down good information to help you in your everyday jobs. I'm Liz Brohan, and I'm here with my brother and partner in crime, Mark Brohan.
Hi, Liz. Liz, today we're going Keanu Reeves. We're going The Matrix. We're going down black holes. We're going down the unexplored. And what I mean by that is today's topic is one of those shut up and listen moments, because if you're in B2B marketing and you're not thinking about how your buyers get answers, you're already behind. And with the face of B2B market changing, given AI and everything else going with it, today's topic could not be more timely.
I would totally agree with that, and I'm excited to have our guest with us today, Cindy Greenglass. She kind of coined the phrase, the black hole of marketing. So in just a minute, we're going to dive in and really define what that means to her and to the rest of us.
Spoiler alert. It's more than that. I mean, today's topic, Liz, we're going to the heart of B2B marketing. Because if you can't answer this one, it's costing you leads, revenue, and even maybe your reputation.
Well, that's a lot to unpack, but let's get started. Thank goodness we've got Cindy Greenglass with us. She is the president of Livingston Consulting Strategies. She is a B2B guru. She is always into the data and helping us analyze that data. So today she can kind of help us analyze what's going on right now with the need to be more ready and more prepared with answers that we might not even anticipate from our customers today. So welcome, Cindy.
Thank you. It's a thrill and an honor to be back with you, Liz and Mark. I'm a little anxious about that moniker you're giving me. I think I might be part of the black hole there of marketing myself. This is new territory for all of us. And so I think that the big question here is not who has the answer, but seek out answers. And that includes all of us as well.
I totally agree with that. I really think we're coming at this topic from a very interesting perspective about answering questions that we know are going to get served up from very specific prompts out there in the universe. And what that means in terms of, is it a black hole for marketers to try and anticipate all of this?
Yes. Well, I think where we need to start is like the whole idea of answer marketing, answer optimization. What is it? Because, I think back to my early days of like database marketing, and people said, well, what the heck is that? Isn't that a list? Isn't that a file? And it's like, no. It's taking data and turning it into intelligence and making good decisions from it. And this is like, okay, we started out with search, and we started out with search is like starting out with data. And now we're advancing into the intelligence side of it, which is, answer optimization. And so they are very different things. And I think that it's important that we understand the difference between search and answer optimization.
I would totally agree with that thought. The way marketers have gone about attracting customers and maybe answering their questions was by feeding them our thought leadership, right? We put together ebooks, we put together white papers, we put together blogs. So we were pushing all of this content out there in hopes that it would be relevant and resonate with our customers. But now the tables are turning, right?
Absolutely. So let's look at this from two perspectives. One is I'm the customer and I'm out there looking for an answer in general. Then there is I'm a customer and I'm looking for an answer from you, company A. These are two different approaches. Both of them need answers, and they kind of go to where's the customer or audience. They may not be a customer at all. Where is that audience, individual or company in the process? What is it that they're trying to do, solve for, or achieve? We don't call it a funnel anymore. We don't call it it's like, where are you in your consideration set? So if I'm looking for rankings, what are the top 3 rated chat bots in the retail industry? And I want to see who's ranked and what are my options. I'm going to go to search optimization. I've got my list. And I may have a valid reason for doing that as a B2B potential buyer. And if I'm not optimized on my website, my company's not optimized in search, I'm not going to show up traditional search, right? I've been doing that a lot, optimizing keywords and everything that we do with our meta tag metadata to optimize. Okay, but what if what I'm looking for is if I'm a retail store that services small to mid-sized business clients, what's the best chatbot recommendation for the SMB market? Search isn't going to answer that for you. That's an answer optimization question. I'm looking for a recommendation. Now, that's going to require a very different kind of way to provide information to answer that question.
And the curtains do part, even in a black hole. But, having been in e-commerce for 25 years, I saw retailers build up their entire SEO inventory only to see them lose it when algorithms from Google, generate more exclusively to paid search as opposed to, SEO optimization. So now, with all of this changing to a more of an AI-driven world, once again, all of this is changing. So to your point, we have to understand where the data is taking us to give the people out there the answers they want so that it's not hidden and more plain view.
I agree. And I'll just add one thought to build on what Cindy was telling us. It's not either or, right?
Correct.
Search SEO is not going away. And to Mark's point, yeah, it's evolving and pivoting, but you're actually going to need both, right? You're going to need SEO and you're going to need answer optimization. And I love that you said they were two different things that can be compatible because that's what marketers are always looking for.
Right. It's like the library didn't go away just because we may, SEO is library science, right? It's giving you the indexes and the rankings and the list of things so I can sort through it and have my options and pull my research. But generative AI is recommendations. I'm looking for the recommendation. I'm looking for the solution. But where do you think they're getting it from? AI is getting it from your websites. So if you're doing Gemini, if you're doing chat and you're asking for a recommendation or asking for an answer, where are they going to get the answer? They're going to go to your websites to glean that information. They're going to go to your social media. They're going to go to where you have information out there in order to build their recommendation. Where are your constituents, your B2B constituents, going to go when they come to your website? If they want an answer, then you have to have your website AI optimized so that they can answer a question on your website that takes them to the right place. So whether you're bringing AI, generative AI onto your websites and into your company to serve up content to answer those questions, or whether you're doing it for the AI engines, you have to think very differently about it.
I think you're absolutely right about that. And one of the places where we might be able to kind of pull some of our internal resources to start anticipating some of these questions is from customer service, right? Mm-hmm. Because AI isn't just, or answer marketing isn't just about, they're going to ask me a bunch of spec questions about my product. They're going to be asking questions that are going to solve for their problems and solve for their pain points. And we know some of that stuff because it happens when we talk to folks through customer service.
Absolutely. What about your salespeople? What about your like I'm going to say, like your on site or in store, or your people that go to the conferences, that you're talking to people on the show floor, your webinars, think about all the chat that goes into that you're capturing. What are people asking? What are the questions they want to know about? All of this has to get fed in to give you information into it.
You referenced librarians just a minute ago, and librarians are near and dear to our family heart because our second mother, Mary Elizabeth Tracy, was a career librarian of 45 years, and she ran the most professional, tight-shipped library you'd ever care to do. So I love the analogy you mentioned there. The libraries are full of content. And today, white papers, gated ebooks, vague blogs that Liz referred to, all in the name of engagement, are not actually answering the hidden question. So here's the big one. Are we all spending too many years and too many dollars obsessing over search?
I don't think so. I mean, that's just a gut reaction. No, I don't think so. I mean, search is really important. We have to meet people where they want to be. I think we're in a world now that makes it so much easier for us. I want to mention a great resource. And if your listeners are not familiar with Andy Crestodina, I encourage them to go ahead and search him out and sign up for the Orbit Media blog. He recently posted, and he's so gracious with his information. He shares in an unbelievable way. He just published AI for B2B content and lead generation. And what he did is he openly shared a prompt library for B2B marketers.
Oh,
Holy cow.
I'm all over that.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I mean,
thank you, Andy.
You heard it here first.
He broke it down into like 5 or 6 categories, like AI for research and personas, AI for content marketing, AI for lead gen. And he literally gives you the prompts. So what are we talking about here? A prompt is, what's the question that we need to answer, right? What are we trying to answer? We can't think of all the answers, but he actually gives you prompts that are the best questions to start with. And what do you ask the generative AI engine? What's the prompt? Because it's all about the prompt that will lead us in a direction of where that content should go. What are we supposed to serve up?
But stepping back for just a second here, once again, kind of coming back to this whole answer equation, how does answer optimization differ from search engine optimization, or is there a difference?
I think that they're really entirely different things.
Okay.
Like that example I said, like if I'm looking for a software solution and I want all the options of a ranking of the best ones, give me a ranking of the best search software available to me. I'm going to get a ranking. I'm going to get a list. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to look at each one of those sources. I'm going to click on them. I'm going to look, they're going to get ratings. I'm then going to make my own short list. I'm then going to decide who I want to reach out to based on the solution I'm looking for.
And you're probably going to come up with more questions, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Once you have your list, now I've got a bunch of questions for all these different providers.
The answer optimization question would be, what are the tools let's go back to the retail. What are the tools that small retailers are using in the S&B market? Totally different question. Totally different. I don't want a list of rankings, and I don't want to look at all these and click through all the different software and figure out how they're ranked and figure out whether they fit my needs or not. I want to know who's using the best tools and what are they using. Give them to me.
Yeah, you just hit on a big point, and that is these questions are going to be very specific to people's needs. It's not going to be as broad as SEO keywords.
I mean, let's go way back. What about DOS versus Microsoft? All right, most of our audience probably never had to learn.
They just went, huh? Yeah.
Microsoft became idiot-proof for us. Microsoft gave us the roadmap to get the job done. DOS made you put in there every single line of code in, and you had to know code, and you had to know how to write it in order to get an answer. That's search now. And there are ways that you want to do that and reasons you definitely want to do that. And I do it every day. But then there are reasons that you want to use Apple or you want to use Microsoft and just have it do it for you. You don't care what's behind the software that's running it. You just want the answer.
Do you think that, B2B marketers are understanding or have enough understanding of the buyer's situation today in order to take advantage of answer marketing?
Well, I think this goes to, will we ever know what's in the mind of a customer or a mind of our audience? And the answer is we won't ever know everything that's in the mind of our customer. And we as marketers are great at asking what if questions. That's what we're great at. But think about if you said, I'm going to take my content marketing and I'm going to use AI powered content. And I'm going to ask the AI engine, what is the content? So here's my persona. Here's my audience individual I have identified. They are in X position. They work for this type of company in this industry. They are in this buying role or this decision set. They're a buyer, influencer, decision maker. What motivates them? What questions would they be asking? How about starting that way and asking an AI-powered tool to tell you what are the questions that they would ask? What are the topics that reader is looking for? And what are the benefits to them? And then guide your content from that. See, how many boxes can you check? Did you actually have any of that content?
Are there stages to this, though? I mean, for instance, if we're trying to find the hidden answers that the client wants or the buyer wants, are there stages to this? What I'm asking about is, if I'm in the awareness stage, I'm looking for education. If I'm in the evaluation stage, I'm looking for comparisons. And if I'm ready to buy, I'm looking for that part of the evaluation. So, well, staging this or helping the buyer or the customer stage this in this way, does that help B2B marketers find the hidden answer faster for the client?
Well, I think you touched on something super important, which is where somebody is in that on their journey, right?
Yeah,
and I think
journey.
we have always tried to link different information and content to where they are. Like you said, if you're in information gathering, you probably are interested in maybe videos or you're interested in different types of information. When you get to I'm now ready to, I have a budget and I'm looking to make a decision. What are you looking for? What content are you looking for there? Is it meaningful for you to have something that's an opinion piece? No. Now you want product comparison, right? So we already, I think, are pretty good at that. What I think we then can do is, instead of marrying your content to where people are in the journey, I think you want to marry what you're optimizing for where they are in the journey.
That's such a great point. We're super good at knowing what content to push out depending on where we think a buyer is in their buyer's journey. But now we're looking to figure out exactly what prompts they might be entering in each stage of the journey. I think B2B marketers will get very good at this as time goes on, but there's a lot of urgency right now to have it all figured out. I'm sure our bosses want to know, did you figure it out yet? So I kind of go back to the point you made a few minutes ago about starting with the what if questions, right? You can break down each of those stages in the buyer's journey and start asking different kinds of what if questions to start figuring out what prompts we think we should anticipate during each of those stages.
Absolutely.
Can I ask one observation here? In the brave new world of AI, which is here and advancing so fast that we frankly can't keep up with it in some cases, or at least I can't, the agent world. I just came back from a major trade show and I saw a demonstration of the latest big tech marketing agent. And I saw what that agent could do. And I was astounded at how far that could anticipate, answer, and give back precise answers to what you were looking for, even if the prompt did not include the full question you really wanted to answer. So my question to you is, as we go through the hidden answer process here and everything that you and you folks that we've been touching on here, does the emerging agent as the B2B marketing tool, does that help us find the answers better? I mean, you might not know what you want in the prompt. Maybe the agent does that for you and we didn't even know it yet.
Absolutely. I think that you hit the nail on the head there, Mark. These agents are really quite amazing, aren't they? I know of agencies that are building agents of their staff. So I would build my own agent, and I'm in the market research and data science portion of the agency, and my agent is built on. I feed it all my knowledge, intelligence, and personality, and all the rest, my client base, etc. And somebody comes in and they're actually talking to my agent. They're going to ask a question that I never anticipated or even thought of, but the agent is learning. It's generative. It's going to learn. It's going to feed an answer. It's going to say, did I get that right? Oh, no, it's not specific enough. What else do you need to know? It's going to go look for more information and it's going to get smarter. My agent will get smarter and smarter every time, faster than I can. So what does that do? It gives my customer information sooner, and it gives me unbelievable knowledge at my fingertips of what they're asking. And ask, answer. I'm going to get better. I'm going to get smarter as a human because they can generate that with greater facility than I can in that moment.
I also feel concerned that cumulative knowledge that AI is building up is something that's going to be widespread and available to all my competitors as well. So my thought is, or my question would be, how do we make sure that there are relationships that are built into all of the technology uses where we're trying to get to know our customers better and trying to anticipate their needs better, but now I feel like I don't have a relationship with them, and I always felt I did.
Well, I think that's a really good point, Liz. I think what we need to appreciate is, again, we're talking about two different things. There's the chat where it's out there in the universe and everything that you put out there is being assimilated and consolidated and curated for the world. But then there is the AI engines that are being integrated into each one of our companies. Now, our companies are integrating all the same technologies. Now, obviously, a small business may not be able to do this with the same budget that a larger, organization can. But you're bringing the AI internally. Nobody shares this outside of your company. This relationship is between you and your audience, and everything that you learn together is part of the relationship that's in a walled garden of just your organization. So when we're starting out, let's all start out in a version of the world where we can learn, but it's proprietary, not sharing personal information about our company or things that you don't want your competitors to know, but we can all learn from it. And then when you get into the relationship, you're moving them into your website with the AI tools that are optimized just within your walled garden, using your customer service information, your sentiment tracking information, your social media.
I launched a magazine called Internet Retailer in 1998. That's how far back I go covering e-commerce and covering e-commerce marketing. And I have seen so many next big things hit across the e-com marketing front that, it's interesting. My point is to, I think, bring home your main point, which is everything with AI. I've talked to e-com marketers that are, whoa, what is this? How fast is it hitting? To the ones that really get it, which is this is a new set of tools that are applicable in how you learn them, utilize them, and make the best case for your business based upon your needs, your process, and how you do it. So,
Right.
Yes, it's upending everything. It's changing everything. Sure, the game's changing, but you know what? How you use it is what you need to do. As a marketer, to answer the hidden question, how you use it, make the tools work for you. They're not there at the be all end all. Use them for the best that suits your organization. I think I've been hearing that from more marketers that are getting this right than getting it wrong the last couple of months here.
Yeah, and I think they could take to heart what Cindy just said a few minutes ago. It actually gave me a great deal of comfort that this is going to be proprietary data that's really about your customers and not necessarily something that your competitor would ever really, need to know or end up understanding. So that's leverage. That's called differentiation in my world. So I think marketers should look forward to that.
Absolutely.
I call it Jerry Maguire. Show me the quan. That's monetization. That's a competitive edge. That is what the future of this stuff is. I love it.
Well, it's like, showing my age here, video didn't kill the radio star. I don't think, AI is going to kill us either. And I think that we all just have to appreciate that we have another tool in the toolkit. It's scary and intimidating, but as we learn it, and how are we going to learn it as marketers? We're going to learn it by using it. We got to use it ourselves. Go out there and play with it. Go out there and put yourself in the mind of you're a customer every day. You buy from businesses every day. You're a business customer in B2B. Go play with it yourself. Go do some questions. Go try some prompts. See what does it do? Do SEO, do answer marketing. What are you getting back, and understand the difference and go, I get it. You're going to have crappy prompts. You're going to have prompts that make no sense. Then you're going to say, oh, look at when I said it this way, how I got much richer information fed back to me. Now you're thinking like you're the customer, and every one of us is a B2B customer. And
I'll show my age. I remember when DOS first came out. I remember the wonder and the futuristic version of 8-track. So there we have it.
Yeah. Well, Cindy, I think you just gave us some really great advice. I've always thought that it's the marketing department's opportunity to really lead how an organization uses AI, to enrich the customer experience and certainly to drive sales. And to hearken back to that whole librarian analogy that we've all touched on, you get to be kind of the keeper of all of that information, all of that research that's coming in from all the different facets you just mentioned a few minutes ago. It's going to come in from sales. It's going to come in from the e-commerce side. It's going to come in from reviews. It's going to come in from customer service. I mean, when you think about it, there's all kinds of wonderful ways for us to be the keepers of the information and then the leaders in our organization to really propel us to the next level.
Absolutely.
So I hope marketers take that to heart.
Yeah. Lightning round?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, Cindy, we've got something fun for you.
Oh,
yeah.
First of all, this was an intense episode, everybody. So we're going to lighten it up for a minute with a lightning round. And we call this game Bull, No Bull. So we're just going to make some flat out statements, and Cindy's going to tell us whether or not we are talking bull or no, that's actually not bull. So everybody take a breath, get ready. All right. Cindy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
SEO will be replaced by AI-generated answer optimization.
Bull. We need them both.
Oh, okay. AI cannot make good recommendations.
Bull. People cannot make good recommendations if you don't ask the right question of the AI.
As marketers, our websites and content need to be optimized more than ever before.
No bull. That's a fact for sure. And an opportunity for all of us.
There's no wrong answer. Thank you.
No bull.
Right. Well, here's one more. You need to understand how to use prompts to ask the right questions.
No bull. I think that's like the big takeaway here. We can all get smarter by asking the right prompts and also understanding that they're not right all the time. We're not right all the time. They're not right all the time. It's test, iterate, and learn.
That sums it up so nicely. Thank you for that. And thank you for being our guest today. We learned a lot. We have a lot to take back to our bosses as we take control of kind of this new world that we're all, just stepping into. And it feels like we got to the light instead of continuing to swim in the black hole. So thank you, Cindy.
I've got a favor to ask, too. When I go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, my sister Liz is going to be asked the host. But will you be my phone a friend?
Absolutely. I'll lead you down the garden path.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I can think of nobody better, so thank you for that.
Aren't you sweet? I'm humbled by that. I don't have the answer optimization either.
I'll bet you do.
I'm sure there'll be an AI version of you that we can also call upon.
She has to be 10 years younger and 20 pounds lighter.
All right, then. We'll look forward to that. Well, let me again thank Cindy for being such a great guest and really helping us out with some amazing resources to help us get our heads around this issue. And I'd also like to thank our sponsors. We have Embas. They're a consulting firm that specializes in change management, content development, and marketing strategies. And then, of course, I'd like to thank the Motion Agency. They've been recently ranked as the #2 fastest growing B2B marketing firm in the U.S. So please check them out. Those smart people can definitely help you. In the meantime, please, keep tuning in to B2B No Bull. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, and you can watch us on YouTube.
You bet.
All right, everybody. Till next time.
Thanks again.
Cut the bull.
Cut the bull.